Have you ever noticed that the people who stop growing are rarely the people who know the least? They are usually the ones who believe they already know enough. The greatest prison in life isn't poverty, it isn't failure, it isn't rejection, it is certainty. The moment your mind says, I already know this, your growth quietly dies. Think about it. How many books have you stopped reading because you assumed you already understood the message? How many opportunities have you ignored because they looked too ordinary? How many people have you dismissed because they didn't fit your expectations? Psychology calls this the illusion of knowledge. It is one of the most dangerous mental traps a human being can experience because the brain loves certainty. Certainty feels safe, it saves energy. Instead of questioning, instead of exploring, instead of learning, your mind chooses the easiest path. It says, I've seen this before. I know how this ends. There's nothing new here. And without realizing it, you stop seeing. A famous Zen master once welcomed a university professor who wanted to learn about wisdom. The professor talked endlessly about philosophy, science, psychology, religion, and everything he had studied. The master simply smiled. Then he poured tea into the professor's cup. The cup became full, but he kept pouring. Tea spilled onto the table. It flowed onto the floor. The professor finally shouted, Stop, the cup is already full. The master looked at him and quietly replied, Exactly. Like this cup, your mind is already full. How can I teach someone who believes there is no room left to learn? That story isn't about the professor, it's about us. Every single one of us carries invisible cups, filled with assumptions, filled with opinions, filled with ego, and every day, life tries to pour something new into them, but nothing enters, because we believe we already know. Modern psychology explains this through something called confirmation bias. Your brain isn't searching for truth, it is searching for agreement. Once you form a belief, your mind starts collecting evidence that proves you're right. At the same time, it quietly ignores everything that challenges your belief. This is why two people can witness the exact same event, yet walk away with completely different conclusions, not because reality changed, because perception changed. Your beliefs become your filter, and your filter becomes your reality. There is another psychological phenomenon even more dangerous, the Kruger Effect. Researchers discovered something fascinating. People with the least skill often believe they know the most, while truly intelligent people constantly question themselves. Why? Because real knowledge reveals complexity. The more you learn, the more you realize how much remains unknown. Imagine standing at the edge of the ocean. A child might believe the ocean ends where the waves stop. But an experienced sailor knows the horizon hides an endless world. Knowledge creates humility. Ignorance creates confidence. That is why the loudest person in the room is not always the wisest. Sometimes, the wisest person is quietly listening, still learning, still asking questions, still growing. Ego whispers, protect your image. Wisdom whispers, improve yourself. Ego wants to appear intelligent. Wisdom wants to become intelligent. There is a profound difference. One seeks applause, the other seeks transformation. Every successful person eventually learns this lesson. The day you stop learning, you begin losing, not immediately, not dramatically, slowly, quietly, like a tree that stops receiving water. From the outside, everything still looks healthy, but inside, decay has already begun. History offers countless examples. Entire civilizations collapsed because they believed they had already mastered everything worth knowing. Companies disappeared because they refused to adapt. Leaders failed because they stopped listening. Relationships ended because people assumed they already understood each other. Failure rarely arrives overnight. It begins with a single dangerous sentence, I already know. The most successful people replace that sentence with another, what am I missing? That one question can change everything, because curiosity keeps the mind alive, humility keeps wisdom growing, and growth is impossible without both.